And I think that storytelling really has such a lasting impression, like emotionally. I remember, I don't know if I've told this story before on this podcast, but I've watched back, my wife and I, before we had our biological daughters, we were getting into foster parenting. And my wife worked then in adoptions, but we were going through the classes to become foster parents. And then I got served, I think it was like a Vimeo staff pick of this movie called Removed. And it was like, it was this, storyboarded, like really like cinematic experience, following this young girl through multiple foster homes, and you're seeing her behaviors and you're seeing her act out, but you're seeing why she's acting out.
Yeah.
And you're seeing the reaction of the parents reacting to the behaviors and not to the reason for the behaviors, and like grabbing her by the arm and just like, you get over here, and that kind of stuff. And it just broke my heart. In my last job at the last production company, I had gotten there early, and I was just sitting at my desk and I was just crying. I was just crying. And I texted my wife. I was like, oh, we're doing the right, like we have to do this. And then like my buddy comes in and I'm just like wiping the tears away.
Yeah.
And then so during that time we were watching these boring videos from the 80s or something on how to be a foster parent and, blah, 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 what to expect. And I sent them this Removed video and they're like, we're replacing all the curriculum with this.
100%.
And it was just like, because it was that powerful for me, and that's always like stuck out to me as like a pillar of like that, like storytelling, quality content, quality storytelling really moved me that catapulted me to action,
Oh, yeah.
and I don't think that we can always do that. I mean, that was like a $250,000, even then it was a low budget, but still a lot of money, to produce that with actors and everything. But it really is what's beneath the surface, like finding stories to tell within your college, within your company or whatever, that have something deeper to say than, I liked the product and here's why I liked it and here's the problem it solved for me. But in my case, finding students that really, for their first generation college students, and what does that mean and how does that make them feel, and how does that color their experience through college, and why is college such a elevated achievement for them because of that, and why do they love your school that much more because of that? Like that kind of stuff is so much better than just someone saying, I like my professors and the small class sizes and I got a job afterwards, which is like, okay, we expect that you're going to get a job. It'd be like remarkable if you spent all that money and you didn't get a job.
Yeah.
So